Hi, this is David, and I usually don't do corrections because I don't make mistakes. No, shit. No, I make mistakes, but this isn't my mistake. Let me make a clarification here because I think it's important. If I don't, then some people are going to believe some of the comments that aren't true. I indicated that I guarded the temple lot site in Jackson County, Missouri, right next to the reorganized. It's called, I think, the Church of Christ Newborn or something these days, but in those days it was the reorganized LDS church. Their temple was right there beside it. Now one corner has the temple on it, and one corner has the Church of Christ. Owns that. When I was there was no building on that corner, and then there was another corner that was occupied by the reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it was a huge auditorium and museum. Now the fourth part of that temple lot is owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So when I talked about guarding the temple site, I certainly was referring to the Jackson County temple site for the building of the temple, supposedly, that Jesus is going to come to. And that's when he's done shopping at City Creek Mall. He's going to bounce over to Missouri to the temple there. So the people that are writing in and saying there's no pageant in the temple or on the temple lot in Jackson County are wrong. They're referring to the pageant in Palmyra, New York. I've been there. It's right below the hill Cumorah. And they are referring to that pageant, and it's not on any temple lot. The Jackson County, Missouri stakes, when I was there, got together and put on their own pageant, very similar to the Manti pageant down in Manti. So, you know, if I don't respond and people are saying the things they're saying, you're not getting a picture of the truth. There is a temple lot piece owned by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Jackson County, Missouri. And they did have a pageant every year on that site. Built a stage and had a pageant. Well, they had a lot of RV equipment. RV? No. Hey. Maybe it was RVs. There's a whole bunch of them lined up. Audio visual, AV, on the stage. Microphones and speakers and all kinds of crap. And our stake got assigned to guard that at night because thieves would come in and steal that crap. And so one night, me and my son Dan guarded that site. So believe it if you want to believe it. If you're a Mormon, you're not going to believe anything anyway. So I don't care. And usually I don't clarify. But some Mormons have jumped onto my YouTube and said, well, you know, there's a pageant in New York. Well, there's also a pageant in Manti. There's also a pageant in Jackson County, and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is not a church, it's a corporation now. Corporation of the President of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints puts on a pageant there and does own a quarter of that major temple lot. So I just wanted to clarify that. And again, I wake up. Well, I wake up often. Every 2 or 3 hours I wake up these days. But the person that put the comment in that thought I was cute, now that person is either blind or really needs to see an optometrist and or has no life, or it was a husband or wife that had a spouse holding a gun to their head. Oh God, I love the Mormon comments, and keep them coming, please, because the people who are watching my videos can see how Mormons think and see how informed they are, how kind they are, and how misinformed they are, and how their church has hidden the facts from them. What the hell they're doing watching these videos, we all have to question. Some of you have said, and these days, I don't put it past the Mormon Church at all, that the Mormon Church has hired people to go on my my YouTubes and try to discredit me. Well, me speaking discredits me. You don't need a professional Mormon PR in there. But I am pretty knowledgeable about the history of the Mormon Church. I've read, I've read David O. McKay's Miracle of Forgiveness, and you can see that did no good for me. I'm a BYU graduate. I had 4 years of, the New Testament, the Old Testament, the Book of Mormon. I've read the comprehensive history of the church. I've also read I can't even think of the other one. Joseph Smith history, and it's gone on and on. I have a pretty good knowledge, working knowledge of the Mormon Church. I was there for 50 years. I wasn't excommunicated. I wasn't disfellowshipped. I excommunicated the Mormon Church. I said, if you're lying, you're out. They lied. They're out. So I worked in the temple in Los Angeles, and I've certainly been active, paid my tithing, taught the elders quorum for many years, and have been really a good member of the Mormon Church for 50 years. After I started reading it, and after I started looking on the internet and knew that I was being lied to, and like these people that are coming in now and going, oh, there's no temple lot down in Jackson County. Well, I lived in Blue Springs, which was in Jackson County. So, do I know more, or do they know more? I don't know. You decide for yourself. But generally speaking, the Mormons are very, very clear what kind of people they are, how they treat you, and how they think. Look at my comments. I've never erased one comment except my brother. And I could have erased him altogether. I wish I did. But anyway, I'm just joking. Please be aware that what I said is true. I did guard on the temple lot that the Mormon Church did own, and they did put a pageant on in Jackson County, Missouri. And these other people that are writing in, I don't get into debates. I don't get into arguments. I'm not going to, this is right, this is wrong. There's plenty of Mormon channels that do that crap, and that's where these comments belong. One guy wrote in and he said, well, the things that David are reporting is only opinion. And I said, God, there's a wise man. That's what it's meant to be, fool. It's my opinion, my experience in the Mormon Church. I'm not saying don't join the Mormon Church. I'm just saying this was my experience over 50 years, 14 kids, being active, not being excommunicated, having a temple recommend, most of the time being married in Manti Temple, being married in Salt Lake and Washington, D.C. Temple, and being a veil worker in Los Angeles. So I have a pretty good working knowledge. Now let me say just one more thing. There's sometimes, and I'm not even aware of it, there's some of you arguing with each other on the comments. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Can I give, please, just a piece of advice? I think people should be respectful. I think people should be understanding. I think people should be kind. If you don't like someone's comment, for God's sakes, don't read it. If you want to disagree with them, be an adult. And, don't say that their shirt is ugly or their nose is too long. Talk to the facts and to the things. And you're certainly welcome to give your opinion. And what I won't have is when people are sincere and they're writing comments, and then I have a couple of jackasses or, idiots that criticize them. That's shit. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's shit. Girls who have been raped, men who have lost their jobs, families that have been broken up, divorces, those aren't funny things. Those aren't things that you go, oh, you're just a big mouth, or gee, this is really boring listening to your shit. If it's boring, for God's sakes, don't listen to it. But try not to be, normal people are going to listen to me. The Mormons are going to do what they damn well please. But I would appreciate it if people would be kind. You can disagree, you can argue. I don't get into the arguments. I'm not taking any challenges. I'm not interested in reactivating. I've made my mind up. I'm going to die an atheist. Now, let me add one more thing. I'm sitting here looking out the window. We have the July 24th parade here coming up. I think it's tomorrow because the Mormons changed the date according to where Sunday is. There's signs all over that say you're not to be putting things here until 7 o'clock in the morning. I go down my street, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of blankets and chairs and cars and little minivans. You know, the Mormons just don't obey the rules. The rules are meant for somebody else. They obey God and Joseph Smith and their church leaders, and the rest of us, they go like this. And I can't even get out of my place. They block driveways off, so I have to go out the back like some kind of servant using the back entrance, and I'm the one helping pay for the damn place. So anyway, try to be kind to each other. It is an emotionally charged subject, and remember, you can't criticize the Mormon Church. It does not exist. It only exists in the minds of the people who say that they're Mormons. So when you criticize their church, you're criticizing them. If you're making fun of their church, you're making fun of them. And some of them can be very unusual people. You have to be careful. You have to be aware. Not all of them are going to kill you. But boy, if they have a chance to get back at you, they will. They're very vengeful people, and they're very hateful if you disagree with them. And if you elect Romney, you better wear garments the rest of your life, or your life is going to suck.